That's good, nephew. It's officially being released in the first gaming podcast. I could have talked about this all day, had at least some out. Fortunately, there's no video, but stay tuned. You're going to love
What's
it.
good, YouTube? Welcome back, Mob Family. You seen the title, you know what it is. Gaming Podcast first episode is officially here. And today we got a little bit of a controversial topic. We talking about that man Kanye West. Listen, I just seen that video that he had, that interview with DJ Academics. Now, my opinion about DJ Academics is neither here nor there. That's for outside of the video. But man, let me get into it before we break down Kanye. Listen, my background, I went to school for communication and journalism. So for the Stephen A. Smiths of the world, yes, I can get into this. All right, now let's roll it. Honestly, I have 2 kids. And I really don't think he's coming from a place of hatred. It's just how everybody's perceiving him. I understand what's going on in your life, but listen about other people. This man's been famous his whole life. People been critiquing him and going at him his entire life. He feels attacked. He feels ambushed. And a big thing I would like to point out is what really stuck with me. I really looked at it when I broke it down. But he's in the industry. See, I'm in the industry myself as well. You know, as far as entertainment, whether what type of athletics or music or event, we're all part of the industry. We're all part of the same bubble. And what really stood out is a lot of people with my skin color, my complexion, I'm Native American, but I'm also a black guy, as you can tell. But I'm Cherokee Indian. But my point of view from this is, you see how much music goes around, and we hear, he brought it up, that murder music that gets promoted. And the people behind the mic, yeah, they may seem like they have that authenticity, but the producers, the label, the people backing them, the people behind the streaming sites, do you honestly feel like, nephew, they grew up like that? You know they didn't grow up like that, nephew. It's all a facade. They're playing with you. And he basically is a point of his life where he's tired of it. Another thing I want to bring up too, like you heard me mention earlier, I'm a father of 2. I'm a very protective person, especially when it comes to my boys. And fortunately, like me, I'm married. See, I'm not the type of situation he is. So his kids are about to be raised in a broken home. That's unfortunate. No matter how you look at it and split it light, it's not how much you can supply for them. It's still unfortunate. They don't have mom and dad in the same home. I mean, I was raised like that. There's nothing wrong with it. But as the perspective I'm seeing with my son, there's so much more advantages you do have when you come from a 2-parent household. Somebody try and give me a call right now. It's Game Podcast Episode 1. You're going to have to wait. But yeah, and that's to get into it. See, the people who he feels are behind his, we're going to say, they're trying to make him seem, you heard what he said, he'll go to the hospital if he wore that outfit. Let's get down to that outfit. But he feels that he's being attacked by that side of the community. You gotta understand, they own his record label, they own his clothing line. He felt like they personally attacked him. And then he's tired of us, we could break it down. When it comes to the whole Black Lives Matter movement, it didn't necessarily go exactly how it was supposed to go. Sometimes it's, everybody's everybody believes in God. You want to be like Martin Luther King, you want to turn the other cheek. From the sit-ins, you want to go through it. But sometimes you got to be Malcolm X. You got to fight fire with fire. So he's saying, when you go on and you're publicly humiliating my kind and my people, making a mockery of us when we pass away and our deaths and everything that happens in our life, in our community, what happens when I do it on the other foot? Like he said, you're going to seek out and try to destroy him. Or try to get rid of him. But he's at a point in his life, because he's established, he's successful, where he can't really be affected. It could deviate him from the mission. But he's so far in his success that he can be true to himself. That's basically what it boils down to. Now, when you get into it, there's a lot of people who are sponsored. So yes, your favorite influencer, you may think they're feeding you the truth, the great information. But at the end of the day, they want to make some money too. So sometimes people's morals get left at the door when it's time to pay them bills. And that happens to be the problem. You can't say that you stand for something and it don't stand for it. That's another thing. But now I'm about to flow through. Honestly, I want to hear your comments and thoughts on his outfit. And another thing that we want to break it down to, his image with Cardi is, let's say you're in a relationship, which in your significant other, you just breed a child, and it doesn't work. And you got the Godfather chilling with you, supposed to be your man's, your day one nephew. And he's running back to your baby mom. You heard it. He dropped a song rapping about her. He's mentioning Kim over and over again. And the part that makes it worse, he tried to get his daughter North into his clothing line. He's like, now you're trying to get my daughter in the industry. You know what the industry does to people. You know, people get attacked. Like, well, let's take a step back. That's why he said he would go to the back. Because a lot of people think that just because he's educated and he doesn't have the most profound street background that he never did anything in his life. And that's not true. There's a lot of people that can make things happen without necessarily having to do with themselves. But that's neither here nor there. And that's a big part of what he's entitled to right now. Because he feel like his name and his likeness, he didn't own it per se before. So now that you tried to cancel him and get rid of him, and he has everything to entitle to himself, you heard him what he said, he's far past canceled. He feels like he can reach out and express himself about it. See, the whole swastika, the whole outfit, nephew, it's not necessary to be derogatory and to bring people down. He has to go above and beyond to show his point, because a lot of people necessarily won't see it. You got to feel him. He's been in this field for 30 years. He's been getting abused. He's been taking the nicks and crannies. He understands what it feels like to get the short end of the stick. Now, on the other hand, he also knows how it feels to have arrived in that state there and what he does to take a float in people's actions. And another reason he's upset about this, not only did he raise Cardi and Cardi took him off of the album, you know, come on, man. A lot of people work with somebody and then they take their work, right, that we had together and put somebody else with them and try to put their name on it. And other people, this whole thing boils down to, you don't want to make fun of his name. You don't want to take his name or likeness. Boils back to that. Another reason, he feels like he's being attacked by that side of the community. You know, I'm going to say, I'm not going to be here to bring anybody down or anything or nothing like that. But you know what he feels about. And you know what side he's going to war with right now. I don't even have to say it, nephew. You know. And he feels like another way they attack him and control him is through Kim. Because you know what they had to do to get up in the industry. Come on, her mom produced 5 kids that have no physical talent at all. They're not mentally better than you. They're not physically better than you. They're not emotionally better than you. But she put them in front of a camera and played it so well. I mean, that woman should be looked into, honestly. She was so bad. A man didn't want to be a woman. He didn't want a woman no more. He became a woman. That says a lot. A lot. And they in the line, but I'm saying not to piggyback on what they grew up, but they went in that environment. And we all know what happens to people with that our color of skin when they get involved with the Kardashians. Lamar Odom. Need I say more? My man just literally turned from an NBA superstar. Well, we're going to say all-star because we all know it's Kobe. But he was vital. He was important. Turned to a dope fiend. The only person who I can think even survived it a little bit, but just barely, is Tristan Thompson because he cheated on her. Man, you see how they did Blake? It looked like his ink dry already. It done took that man's pure blackness. He couldn't even jump in the league no more. He turned to a jump shooter. But that's enough of the Kardashians. Because we could talk about them for forever. You gotta understand. Another thing is Kanye. He feels like people do the most to piggyback off of him and not give support. Like I was saying, he really is upset about Cardi. That's like saying, it's not only just that, like he's like, I groomed somebody, I'm helping them out. You over here getting this knowledge and information from me, and you just take it. You heard what he said. You had somebody else sing my chorus bar for bar. He doesn't understand it. And another reason is you heard that people use him and try to act like they're not using him. You seen the breakdown with Mike Jones? Come on now, Mike Jones. $2 million basically was trying to backdoor him for it, but he let you ride for it. All because you had to get him somewhere around a certain group of people. But you did that though. So let's start there. Why did he even need him to get that bag? You should be getting your own bag, not piggybacking off another man. And then when you did do that, you're not even going to be man enough and upfront enough with him in the floor, but he brushed that off. And a lot of people probably say, he's petty over the PDF. He didn't need it. If I helped you get $2 million, you can't, like he said, you can't have somebody around you learn how to create a PDF. You can't even go into Google. Type on Google how to make a PDF. So honestly, outrageous, nephew. I'm telling you. Another thing is, he's pouring out, the reason he's so drastic and goes about it, Kanye feels like he's already died. You heard him say a coward dies 1,000 deaths because they don't man up and they don't take advantage. And listen, if you don't stand for something, you fall for everything. That man's standing for something. He's being true to himself, true to what he believes in and his principles. And he feels like, no disrespect, they got a highly, highly successful man in the world, Elon Musk. He's that successful. He understands what he's going through with his children. He feels like the industry got to his children. That's exactly where we're at with Kanye. He feels like Kim believes that since he's gotten contact, well, you know, we won't say it, the Illuminati, the higher powers, but it's all over in that side, it's all intertwined. You're going to try to abuse me. And he's like, no, I can fight back. It's like there's a lot of people that come along, and not everybody can be an activist, because sometimes they'll strip you from everything you have. Take your glory. I mean, you just gotta see how they try to do Cat Williams. Try to call him crazy all the time. Throw him in jail. Man, it's not crazy. But everybody's just not realizing that, right? I'm gonna tell you, the only other thing I feel left a little sour taste in my mouth is the whole Diddy issue. He feels that they're in the same intertwine because they're both being attacked by the media and stuff that's going on. Kanye, we're on you because of how you're getting your message across. And there's people feel like there's better ways. But like I said, I understand what you're going on. You feel like it's an eye for an eye. You got to fight fire with fire. You make a mockery of my people, want to do it. But when I go back in time and think of that hurt that was on you, you're quick to shut it down and turn the other cheek. Let's look at what's going on in the world today. Jackie Robinson? Really, Trump? Yeah, that was good for you. He was my guy. Not gonna lie, another thing, not to get too far off topic. When I was a kid, my grandma Joyce, you see her on my sleeve, rest in peace. She had me walking all around the city to get Obama elected. That black man was supposed to change things for us. And you know better than Diddy. I have an issue with that one. People interfere with children or females or people that are innocent and can't defend themselves. It's tragic. My bad, you know we supposed to had to take a quick pause real quick. Had some father duties I had to handle. But listen, nephew, another thing I was thinking about while I had that little break, that quick little animation, it was only a little 30 seconds. So hear me out. Right here I'm looking at my notes. Where is it at? We're going to go right back to it. Right here. We're going to keep circling back. He brought up the man's daughter. Fatherhood. I've been in my son's life since the very moment he came in. We have not spent one night apart from each other. I know that hurts and breaks him to see that he can't be around his daughter all the time. Other people can talk to him. You gotta realize, when you have grown people coming around your child, trying to have your child act a certain way, dress a certain way, trying to have him grow up too fast, and you see it, it goes back. He's been around Diddy, so his eyes are very open to how cruel the world can be. He's trying to be protective. So if he's seeing like he's a little off his ringer right now, if he's going through it, he's got war with his heart. Feels like his family's being tried each and every day. So he's going to do more, double, to let you know that you can't scare me. I can do more than you can do. You think you can draw? No, I can draw. That's all this is. But then everybody's going to play it like he's crazy. But everybody done seen the build-up and what's been leading to it and what's been affecting this man and what's been happening. It's honestly outrageous. It's crazy at this point. And the whole Kendrick thing, he's only on Kendrick because Kendrick competing for #1 right now. You heard it? But that's neither here nor there. And he got hopped on the Cardi track. Now that was crazy. But him back in Drake and Diddy, I kind of feel like Jay-Z, I'm like, bro, you keep on ties to people you shouldn't keep ties to. Because like I was saying earlier, we're only because of your actions and how you're ranting, how you're affecting people. When you talk, you're just talking and hurting people's emotions and their feelings and bringing up past pain and trauma. These people are like, I can't even say the words, nephew, because I'm going to get mad. You know? You know what they do. Their actions, you know, straight makings law. For the people not know that, it's tragic. What they do to people. And Jay-Z's still out. Just running around. Yeah, I know. Look how they did Justin Bieber. Why would you want that for your child? He knows the people that surround in those situations. So you're going to try to do the most. They're like, oh yeah, but he had a song with Diddy and all that. Yeah, I know. We heard him, he was there. Did it for a reason. And you so hyped to be around my child, so I'll let you have that access one time. Even though I don't think he should have did it at all. But at that point, that's not my child to be in that place. That's his child. Like, this is what it's about. It's his child. And he has enough where he's successful enough to be like, listen, if he's hurt me, burn me down tomorrow, my daughter's paid for it. We just standing on all morals now. There's a lot of people coming after her. In her ear. Like you're saying, he doesn't like the backstory stuff. Everybody trying to use his name and piggyback on him and get up. Like, nah, just be truthful to him. You see, he say he don't got no friends. I feel him. I don't rock with nobody. It's my brother, you feel me? My wife and kids. Just keep the circle small and tight, nephew. You don't need too much. You know, we're not new to this, we're true to this. You understand? But yeah, being attacked through your baby mom will make a man go crazy. And that's what they do. You know how they play with him. And Kim does that real well. She has to make him pick with that man. Overseeing time over who should be around him or what North needs to do and what she does not need to do. Any little slight advantage she tries to get into and see. You see it. Bust through the cracks. Now we're here today. But yeah, as I was saying, I really don't feel like he's wrong. I feel like this man's being attacked. I feel like Kanye has a lot going on on his plate. I don't feel like he's not too wrong for what he's doing. I understand it's hurting people. Maybe it's not the best way to go about it. But at the end of the day, he's living his truth. It's like the same thing when people walk around with people that passed away. And you know, a lot of people do that, put the shirts or the chains on their medallions. I mean, yeah, that may be healing you, but it may be hurting somebody else. It's the same effect. Just now it's on a global standpoint because he's an icon. And like he was saying, people look up to people, but they don't know how they are behind the scenes and their truth in their day-to-day life. And what they have, if they're established or not, if they're a snake or not. That's all it boils down to. He's been hurt a lot in his life. He gets bullied down to, you heard him bring up the pink polo, he felt it like the little kid. People always, it's a lot of insecurities when he speaks out. But they're all justified because of how people treat him. Man, people think money changes people. No, it doesn't change people. It just brings out what was already there. And he's firm in his beliefs. He just likes to stand on something. And he's already so far where he's like, I'm not going to turn my back now. I stood on this for how long? I've been so what you were doing to me. So unless I go above and beyond, I don't get the attention that I need to bring attention to what's going on to me. So he needs that attention to get help as well. He's fighting a war by himself. And he's doing it for everybody in the industry. Not just the small timers, but the big timers too. As you were saying, people will do stuff in front of your face, say, I'm going to look out for you, and you go back and it's that same verbiage. Like, dang, bro, I thought I had not true. Just being truthful to who you are, who yourself. It's wild, man. It's wild. Another thing that he's heard about is a lot of people, I don't know why. We going to leave that in. I don't even know why that happened, but I'm recording on my son's slide. That's a little tidbit for y'all. I'm going to put it back up. If you got friends and stuff, why do people stop being friends over politics? That's another reason why you feel like he's here. Like, you feel like just because we don't see eye to eye in a political view, you could go out and speak bad about me and talk bad about me? You don't have a positive disagreement, but we can't go behind closed doors and break this off. You want to, again, it's the clout. You want to be attached to the name and likeness, which is a big fight because you wanted his name and likeness, and he was still fighting for it himself, fighting for his daughter's name and likeness. He said he didn't notice that until they made a song and people tried to take advantage off of her name. Then he had to go back and realize it, like, oh, like how I'm in the industry now. She's almost there. She's there. She's a foot in the door. But yeah, honestly, my son about to wake up again. Not want to do too much. You know, it's the first one. Appreciate everybody staying tuned. Y'all say you wanted to drop, so we dropped. I know it wasn't too much of a funny one. We had to get a little bit serious, but I understand everybody got things they want to hear, so I'm all ears. Let me know in the comments what you want to hear next for part 2. Probably drop every Tuesday. It's your favorite gamer dad here. First gaming podcast. One take, we do this like this. We're not new to this. We true to this. See you in the next one. Peace.